Okay, so tip three. So tip three is adding overlays to your images and videos at scale. So adding overlays or layers in general, whether it be overlays or underlays, is a very popular use case as it allows you to brand or watermark your assets, add personalization such as customized text, assets on products such as showing an image on a shirt or a mug if you're e-commerce focused. And in today's world of ever increasing demands for privacy, you can hide all detected faces in an image. In the past, all of these have been time consuming processes, but it doesn't have to be anymore. So let's take a look at how this can be done at scale. So, how can you do this? So, it would essentially be applying these transformations as overlays. But one way that you can do this programmatically is with the Cloudinary image function that you see here. So in these code snippets, the first one is essentially adding an overlay of an image that exists in my current account. And then the second would be overlaying remote assets. So still using the same image function, still being applied on sample.jpg. But here you can see in this second method that we're actually specifying a remote URL. In this particular example, it's still a Cloudinary URL, but it's from a different account. So there are two different ways. So whether you have assets that you may want to overlay within your account, you can do that. If you have remote assets that you want to overlay, you can do that as well. So let's show you, or let me show you what that will look like here. Okay, so here, taking a look at the code examples, let's once again, we're past the explicit example here. So now I want to show you that there are two different ways to do this as well. So as I just showed in the example, we have this cloudinary.image code snippet, but you can also do this with a cloudinary.url, and I'll show you the difference in a second here. So note that just like in the code snippet, I'm specifying sample.jpg, and then I'm specifying a transformation of which you can see I'm specifying the overlay parameter. And this is the public ID of the asset that I want to overlay. So here I'm going to be overlaying the Cloudinary blue icon on top of this sample.jpg image. And this icon overlay is going to have a width of 100. We're going to specify the gravity to be southwest, which essentially just tells you where you want to place the image overlay. Southwest is kind of a compass direction, so it'll be in the bottom left corner. And then I have an X and Y parameter set here. For those of you that may not want it to just be in that very bottom corner, you can use X and Y parameters as well to further customize the placement. So of course, it'll be up to you. Everybody's branding looks different, but this is just an example of how you can overlay an icon. So let's go ahead and run this here in the terminal so you can see what this looks like. We'll get all of that out of the way. And we'll once again run this file. So node webinar.js. And so what you're actually seeing here being printed back is actually an HTML image tag. So that's what this cloudinary.image is going to give you. It's essentially going to give you an image tag. And embedded in that is the URL for this particular asset. So here you can see we've got the gravity specified. L signifies the overlay. So that's why we have L Cloudinary icon blue. We've got the width and the X and Y parameters. And then just to show you a quick difference before I show you what the URL would look like, comment that out. And then we'll see what the URL actually spits out when we run it here. So now that we run this, you can see that we're actually just getting back the URL here. So these are two ways in which you can embed these Cloudinary URLs, image tags within your code. So it depends on how you would like to set it up. Of course, it is up to you, but you will have these URLs and image tags ready to go to be embedded within your code. And so let's go ahead and follow this link to see what we would get. So that's essentially opening up the URL that we had here. And you can see we now have the blue Cloudinary icon in the bottom left corner, aka Southwest. So you can see just what that would look like applying the transformation.